This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Bootser. Black Hand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Hey folks, my name is Rene Enriquez. Welcome to Uncensored. We're going to continue with the hotel series. This is part 12 or episode 12. And I want to do a little recap, right? And the end of that last video, Negro's on the hot seat, right? They just accused him of a capital offense of sending somebody to eliminate China Boy, who is a Mexican Mafia member from Chivas. Chivas is a clique within Artesia, right? This was before Chivas was independent and part of the hood. So some of the people rebelling against Chivas, they're speaking about right now. Shai specifically is talking about Huero Buff's family, right? That's the Flores Borgueño family, right? And there's a group of individuals there, Little Papas, Eddie Knuckles. All those individuals have always had this arrogance about them because their father and their grandfather, Huero Buff, is the founder of the organization, right? So they've had this sense of royalty, if you will. I don't know what else to call it. But they've always flaunted that. As I mentioned in a previous video, they would often go to Hawaiian Gardens and violate the drive-by rule. And then when Hawaiian Gardens came back to retaliate, they would squeal on them and go to the Carnadas and say, look, they came by and they did a drive-by on us. We want to put on the green light list. So Hawaiian Gardens got really dogged out during this whole thing, this whole campaign, this green lighting and stopping of the drive-bys. And it was the Borgueño Flores family, Little Papas, that instigated this, right? Ultimately, Hawaiian Gardens retaliated and eliminated Little Papas, which is unfortunate. My condolences to the family, which I'll express again. But here, Smilon and Pee-wee have been allowed to place product into Chivas, right? China Boy, because China Boy is close with Pee-wee and Smilon being China Boy's padrino, allowed outside Mexican Mafia members from another territory to distribute product in Chivas, which is a huge violation, right? So it's come to light that individuals from Artesia owe Smilon money. And Smilon is the one saying that Negro sent somebody to eliminate China Boy, which isn't true, and they're getting to the bottom of it now. With that said, we're going to run the video. We're going to listen to the rest of the drama in this case.
When this vato came out, he started blasting back at him. And then they called me, and I went to Chivas to find out who in the fuck it was. But everything was already gone and through. You know what I mean? But he did right, because they were trying to shoot. Which if it was in the air, or at him, or we don't know.
The ones that got out of line was going too. He was living out there on
See, but no, that's not Chivas. That's what I keep explaining to you. That's not Chivas that disrespect this one.
That's Artesia.
That's Artesia.
Chivas, Artesia, and Artesia.
Yeah.
And
see, that's what I keep saying. Them are the ones that did it.
And the ones that are running
Who were the
that
vatos that
bullshit
disrespect?
is Papas and Knuckles in there. And that's what it was.
Papas.
Didn't Knuckles get out of line? That name sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Papa.
Isn't his name Charlie, really? Knuckles?
Papa.
That's Artesia across his upper
When
tongue.
you told me that they disrespected.
In fact, I've only met him one time. I don't know none of. I only met
Knuckles,
Papas
and you
twice.
said somebody else.
But I know they're Huero Buff.
Let me stop this right here because it just came out that Knuckles is the one instigating all this, right? Let me tell you a little story about Knuckles. I know Knuckles. I met him on the streets when I was out in 1988. I met him at a bar or nightclub kind of thing in La Mirada. And he was talking some high power stuff, like I want to work with you guys and I want to go on highlights with you. And I figured, sure, he'd be a natural fit. This is the Carnal Buff's son, and I'll take him on a mission. So we set up a thing to do, we call it kicking indoors, right? We go to the connections houses, we kick in the doors, we take their product, and we tell them we want them to pay. So it's me, two other carnales and him, right? So on the morning of, I'm supposed to pick him up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, sometime we said, right? I go down there, I have firearms, and And I go knock on the door at the designated date and time. And his mother answers the door. Lupe answers the door, his mother. I know his mother. And I says, hey, I'd like to talk to Eddie. And she says, yeah, let me get him. And I go in the car and I wait for maybe 10, 15 minutes, right? He comes out. He's got lagañas, sleep in his eyes. He's just, you can tell he just woke up, right? He's in pajamas and he comes out. And I get out of the car, I say, hey, what's up, dude? We're ready to roll. I mean, it's time. It's 0 hour right now. And he looks down at the ground. He says, I'm not going to go. And I says, what do you mean you're not going to go? He says, yeah, my mom said I can't go. And I looked at him like with complete disgust. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Your mom's not going to let you go? And he says, yeah, I can't go, man. And I admonished him right there. I told him, you know that you gave me your word and that we're counting on you and that now we're one man short. And this is a huge breach, right? You can't give your palabra to a carnal and then not follow through. That's like a sure way to end your career right there. And he did that, right? So I knew he was cock, I knew he was, he didn't have spine. I knew he wasn't the gangster he portrayed to be, that he wanted everybody to think. So I'm hearing this now, that he's instigating, because he's always portrayed that tough guy role, right? And I know differently, right? I know differently. And I just wanted to throw that in there so you have some kind of perspective about Eddie Knuckles.
Son, see that whole family, man. Fat Flo,
that's another time. Yeah, that's another time. But the first time when he texted him, that's the last time.
Yeah, Lupe and Jay and Bosco and
I might go here the other one.
family and cousins and everything. And she's sleeping married into that family.
And the ones that were shooting that night, they gotta go too.
The ones that
Huero, Bub, he's one of the carnales that started the
getting out
clique.
of hand in the
He's one of the main ones that started the Mafia Mexicana.
Things are getting out of hand.
All the rules that we live by today, he's the one that started. But he led his family to believe that they're beyond reproach. In other words, you can go where you want, do what you want, say what you want, and nobody can touch you. And a lot of the carnales like Crow from Hazard and Big D and most of the carnales that ain't even around, Bogus Pete and AP, and all them carnales, well, all them brothers grew up together. And they were real close. So they, to this day,
I want to get Ben.
one of them vatos showed me a letter from AP.
I want to get Ben.
No, not from maybe from Rocco and Lou. Well, Rocco and Lou told me to do what I got to do.
Rocco was from that area, I know that.
Rocco and Lou's from Jardín.
Rocco and Lou, I was right there with Rocco and Lou. He told me that.
So Shai gave you a good idea of what Huero Buff's family think of themselves, right? They've always had this, they were beyond reproach attitude, and it's still to this day. They might have been humbled since that point, but this has always been the mentality they've had, that they are relatives of the founder, that they are neighborhood royalty, and that's how they carry themselves.
Me and Rocco and Lou go back a long way. But see, I told, he's taking it that Rocco and Lou said, don't let nobody disrespect you, do what you gotta do. And I said, no, he don't mean the carnales. He's not talking about carnales. And so I straightened him out on that, But he was thinking that Rocco and Lou was, in other words, they were going to kill Negro. They wanted to kill Negro because they thought that Negro disrespected him and that Rocco and Lou was sanctioning it. And I said, no, Rocco and Lou don't mean that. I know Rocco and Lou. And
was that recently? The FedEx are coming in and all that.
A couple weeks ago.
Of any way disrespect to get off on him?
Yeah. That's what, see, but he interpreted it the wrong way. I know Rocco and Lou didn't mean that. But see, I know that family. I grew up with, and I know how they think. So I sat the Jefa down, I sat the youngsters down, and I said, look, man, you're gonna respect Sammy. I said, you're gonna do what you're told, you're not gonna step on his toes. And I said, if you do, I'll be the first one to come down here and do something. I said, but as a homeboy, I'm here as a homeboy, and I'm trying to get you people to understand something. You do not run nothing. You know? So, those are the ones that are causing all this problem. Those are the ones that shot at China Boy. You know? And not in him personally, but it's a body thing. Chivas and Artisan. Chivas, Artisan, Artisan. So, it is for like clica. So,
We're cool for a grand.
So, one's on one side, one's on the other side. That's
5 from you, 2 from you.
She want the me and Negros and Martínez.
Oh, I know, but you know, I mean
Chivas Artisan.
wrong choice of words. What I'm saying is
Doesn't that guy Gibby just come out like a little weasel, annoying little voice with his stupid little beanie? My God, I wish he'd shut up.
But what I was trying to do, see, I didn't even want to get involved, man. I told these brothers to handle it, but it wasn't working out. So my homeboys got a lot of respect from me.
oh no, we got it. We got it.
So
We got it.
I went down.
Yeah, we got that. That's there. That's there. That's there. Already there.
Okay, the session at hand has been handled, so let's call it a night.
We get. Okay.
As soon as possible, Mike. Hey, why don't we set it deep for the next week already?
You know, all the time I wanted,
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday this month? We're at January.
What do you want? You said.
Last time we fucking ended in San Diego, me and him, man.
You wanna go to my house? Yeah. I don't care. You go to your house, my house.
It's Sammy's. Sammy.
I got it.
it's kind of hot too. Let's get a move.
Alright, let's get a move.
Yeah.
Just let me know ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'll tell you. When's the next one, Doc?
That's so much.
To be determined.
You don't like to,
Alright, yeah. See,
no more than 200. Work 175, no more than 2 each.
You can do it by yourself?
Something with proper.
That's somebody
name.
blame you.
Oh yeah, he's on the chauffeur, about 22. Yeah, I don't know what. Hey, what that older than possible. Like the ones that I got from you on assignment, okay, that's $500. Okay, now the dimes of carga that you're giving, we're gonna have to sit down and figure out how much I owe you.
okay. What do we do?
Yeah, so I'll get that. I'll call you later.
What's your name? What's your name?
I owe him.
Hey, check it out, everybody. Look at I'm tapped. I got a motel. I need to pay. Can you guys throw the pitch in here? You guys got any money?
Are you kidding me? Stop the presses. Do you hear Gibby begging for money? I'm tapped out. I got a hotel. Can we pitch in and give me some money? This is like lowball, non-mob behavior from this guy. He wanted to steal the radio. He wanted to steal the clock. He wanted to steal the TV. He stole the pen because all he could steal. And now he's begging for money. Let's hear him out.
Bro. I'll give you a break. I'm serious. You never call me back.
All I got is hundreds.
That'll work. That'll work. Hey, matter of fact, we're both living in that room.
That's why I wanted to stay here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, us three, yeah. Okay, then we'll do it that way.
I'm humble. That's your way. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna try that.
That's the most money for
Yeah.
you for the room.
Umbrella.
Umbrella?
Look around.
That's it. That check room.
Well, let me see what I can steal.
No.
I'm just kidding. Wait up, somebody's. All right.
So, don't you dare take that TV.
I'm just kidding, Jude.
Check the closet.
I was the one that didn't get in with you.
Come on. Get some shit.
So concludes the meeting with Gibby voicing a last minute desire to steal something, right? Let me see what I can steal. But that's who he was, right? A lot of commenters and viewers have said, how did this guy get made? You know, and who is he? And like no class, right? And that's him. You know, I'm shocked that he got made. I don't even know who made him. Maybe it was Perico that sponsored him. I don't know. But a lot of that last segment revolved around Huero Bus family and the attitudes they've always had. And Huero Shai had a meeting with the mother and the family and let them know they didn't run anything. And that was the way it was, because I had my run-ins with them as well. That's going to be another episode. I'll tell you about my whole run-in with Flo and the whole family, right? So with that said, this is going to close off this hotel series, right? The secret hotel meeting series. But we have others. We're going to let them sit in the hopper for a minute. We'll start putting them together for you. Hope you enjoyed it. This video was historic, is historic. And for all you guys who are purists and want to see the unedited version, the editor's going to put up every segment in this video series on Patreon. So you can look for those there. We have other stuff coming out. For all of you viewers, please be sure to write a comment, hit the notification bell, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and hit that hype button. As always, peace out, folks.